Good evening, my friend, and welcome to your guided sleep story. My name is Emily, and it's my privilege to be the voice you listen to as you fall asleep tonight. After the story, the sounds and gentle music can continue, so they can keep you company a little longer while you rest. If you'd like the video to end sooner, you can use the sleep timer in your settings, and disabling autoplay can help keep your sleep from being interrupted. Now, make yourself comfortable. Let your shoulders melt down, unclench your jaw, let your hands rest where they feel best, and whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes. Breathe in slowly, and breathe out softly. Notice the simple kindness of your bed, the warmth around you, the steady support beneath you. There's nothing you have to fix right now. Nothing you have to prove. Just this moment and your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine a soft mist gathering in the room, quiet and silver-like, a gentle cloud that wraps around everything. It doesn't hide you from the world in a scary way. It shelters you. It lowers the volume of everything that's too loud. Inhale. Exhale. And as the mist grows thicker, your mind begins to drift. Tonight, we travel to one of the greatest cities on earth. Paris. Not the loud Paris, not the busy Paris, but the Paris that belongs to the night. The Paris that breathes slowly when most of the world is sleeping. Picture it now. Winter in Paris. Soft snow resting on rooftops, street lamps glowing like warm honey, and the Seine moving through the city like a ribbon of calm. The traffic fades, the laughter behind cafe doors quiets, the steps on the pavement become fewer, and then fewer still. And yet, Paris does not stop. Because while many sleep, some people wake, and they move through the night with quiet purpose. We'll meet them tonight, not as a rush, not as a list, but as gentle stories, like lanterns that guide you deeper into rest. Inhale, exhale. Our first Parisian friend is Jean-Pierre. He is a baker steady, careful, proud of his craft in the way a person can be proud without saying a word. He owns a small boulangerie tucked near the Musée Rodin in the 7th arrondissement. Above the shop is an old apartment that has belonged to his family for generations. When the city sleeps, Jean-Pierre awakens. It isn't dramatic. It's simply his rhythm, like the tide returning to shore. In the dim quiet of the apartment, Jean-Pierre slips out of bed so gently his wife doesn't stir. The house is still dark. The hallway is cool. The wooden floorboards feel warm in a few places, warmed by yesterday's sun, like they're holding on to comfort for him. He pauses at the window. Paris lies below, wrapped in snowlight. The sky is clear. Stars hang over the city like tiny promises. The rooftops look like soft blankets. Jean-Pierre breathes in and out slowly, as if he's syncing himself with the sleeping world. Inhale, exhale. Then he dresses, brushes his teeth, and moves downstairs into the shop. The boulangerie is quiet, but it isn't empty. It is full of memory counters worn smooth by time, shelves that have held 1,000 mornings, and the gentle scent of flour that never fully leaves the air. Jean-Pierre begins with the ovens. He lights them as he has done hundreds, maybe thousands, of nights before. The warmth blooms. The first small crackle of flame is like a comforting whisper. It's the sound of something beginning, something good. As the ovens wake, Jean-Pierre prepares his dough. He rolls it, folds it, turns it again. The movement is repetitive in the best way, like a meditation you can do with your hands. Butter layers into dough layers into comfort. His arms are strong from years of this, but the strength isn't harsh, it's calm. With each roll, he lets his thoughts loosen, With each fold, he releases another small worry. Inhale, exhale. He shapes triangles, neat and pale, and begins to roll them into crescents that will become croissants by morning. Golden, delicate, and warm enough to make a person smile before they even take a bite. Outside, the city is quiet. Inside, the boulangerie is alive with gentle purpose. Jean-Pierre works as if he is part of something ancient and kind, something that keeps the world turning softly. And as you listen, you may feel your own body becoming heavier, warmer, more relaxed. Let your breathing remain easy. Inhale, exhale. And while Jean-Pierre prepares the city's first comfort, we drift onward through the night, deeper into Paris, toward another quiet worker, keeping watch while the world sleeps. Inhale, exhale. Paris is still asleep, and the snow continues to glow beneath the street lamps. We glide through the night to a place that is usually crowded, filled with footsteps, voices, camera clicks, and the gentle chaos of people trying to see everything at once. But not tonight. Tonight, the Louvre is quiet. Its halls stretch wide and empty, like a dream. Here we meet Marie-Louise. She is a security guard, yes, but she is also an art student. She chose this job with a secret happiness in her heart because it means she gets to be near masterpieces. It means she gets to walk through history when no one is watching. Marie-Louise sits at her desk, surrounded by softly glowing monitors. Cameras show different angles of the museum: doorways, corridors, stairs, and galleries. The screens flicker gently, like sleepy eyes. She sips a warm drink and feels the steady calm of her shift. Then she stands. She stretches her shoulders, rolls her neck, and decides to walk. Her footsteps are quiet on the polished floor. The air is cool and clean. The museum smells faintly of stone, old wood, and time. She moves through rooms that by day are packed with people. Now they are vast and still, holding silence like water holds moonlight. The Louvre began long ago as a royal residence, built and rebuilt through centuries. Marie-Louise loves that the building itself is a kind of artwork: ornate ceilings, archways, carved details that took patience and skill. She looks up as she walks. Even the ceiling feels like a story. Inhale, exhale. She passes statues that seem almost alive in the dimness, white marble shapes catching shadows. She passes paintings that watch the room with calm eyes. In this quiet, it's easy to imagine each artwork has its own breath. Marie-Louise slows in her favorite corridor, where the silence feels extra soft. And then she reaches the room she loves most. The room of the Mona Lisa. By day, people gather shoulder to shoulder, hoping for a glance, often seeing more screens than paint. But at night, Marie-Louise is alone here. She stands behind the barrier and looks toward the famous painting. There she is, small, protected, and strangely powerful. The face with the half smile. The eyes that seem to follow you, even when you shift your weight. Marie-Louise has seen this painting many times, yet it never becomes ordinary. Tonight, it feels even more personal, like a private conversation. She thinks about Leonardo da Vinci, painting with slow patience. She imagines his studio, the light coming through a window. She imagines the careful hand, the layered brushstrokes, the quiet focus. And Marie-Louise feels something comforting, not just admiration, connection. Because when you stand in front of something made with true care, you remember that humans can create beauty. Humans can build things that last beyond worry, beyond noise, beyond time. She breathes slowly, letting that thought settle. Inhale, exhale. Her eyelids feel slightly heavier, not because she is bored, but because the stillness here is like a lullaby. Marie-Louise walks onward through the museum, checking doors and corners with calm professionalism. But she does it gently, as if she is caring for the art, not just guarding it. She passes the great windows that look out into the sleeping city. Beyond them, the snow continues to rest. The lights shimmer. Marie-Louise thinks of how many people will return tomorrow. Families, tourists, students, each carrying their own stories into these rooms. And she smiles softly, because she knows something they don't. She knows the Louvre at night. She knows the Louvre breathing. Inhale, exhale. And as Marie-Louise continues her quiet walk, we drift outside once more into the snowy streets, where another night worker moves through Paris with a different kind of purpose. Inhale, exhale. Outside, the air is cold and clean, and Paris feels like a painting. Soft edges, warm lights, quiet streets. A taxi glides along the road, tires whispering on the snow-dusted pavement. Inside is Laurent. He's a night taxi driver, and he likes these hours for one simple reason: there is space. During the day, Paris can feel like a living river of people and cars, always moving, always pressing forward. But at night, the city opens up. Streets become calmer. Corners feel gentler. Laurent can drive without rushing. He watches traffic lights change with no one waiting. He passes cafes with chairs stacked neatly, like the city has folded itself away for rest. Laurent hums softly to himself. Not a song exactly, just a sound that matches the rhythm of the road. Inhale, exhale. He drives near the Louvre and glances at the glass pyramid outside. It catches reflections from street lamps and moonlight. A funny thought comes to him. He grew up here, yet he has never actually gone inside. He has spent years driving past history without stepping into it. But that's okay. Life is like that sometimes. We pass beautiful things every day, and we don't always stop. Tonight, he stops in a different way. He drives along the Seine. The river moves steadily, dark and silky, carrying reflections like slow-moving stars. Laurent cracks his window just a little. Cold air slips in, fresh and bracing, and he listens to the quiet sound of water, distant and calming. Then he closes the window again, grateful for the warmth inside the car. He keeps driving. Soon, the Eiffel Tower appears. Even in winter, even in the quiet, it feels grand, like a gentle guardian watching over the city. Laurent has a ritual. Every night he passes it, he parks for a moment. He steps out into the cold, pulls his coat tighter, and looks up. The tower rises into the sky, lights glowing softly. Snow clings to nearby rooftops. The air smells faintly of winter and distant bakeries. Laurent lets himself feel gratitude. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind that warms your chest. He thinks, I live here. I get to see this. I get to be part of this city. And then he thinks of the people in the world who dream of this sight. The ones who might only see it once, if they're lucky. Laurent sees it often, and he doesn't take it for granted. Inhale, exhale. He gets back into the taxi, cheeks a little cold, heart a little warm. The radio is low. The streets are mostly empty. Then his phone chimes. An incoming pickup request. The Ritz. A passenger heading to Charles de Gaulle Airport. Laurent smiles a little, because night work is like that. Quiet, quiet, quiet. And then a small mission arrives. He drives to the Ritz and waits. A businessman steps out, carrying a small suitcase. He slides into the back seat with a tired bonsoir. Laurent nods, polite and calm, and the taxi begins moving again, toward the airport, toward the edge of the sleeping city. As they drive, Laurent watches the world slip by. bridges, street lamps, snow-softened sidewalks, and he feels the strange sweetness of being awake while so many sleep. He is not lonely. He is part of a hidden community of night workers, bakers, guards, drivers, cleaners, pilots, and flight attendants, people who keep the world gentle and running. Inhale, exhale. And now, as Laurent carries his passenger through the last quiet roads, we lift our gaze toward the sky, where a great aircraft moves through the darkness, carrying another night worker home. Inhale, exhale. High above the sleeping world, an airplane hums through the night like a steady lullaby. Inside, most passengers are resting heads, leaned gently against windows, blankets tucked around shoulders, eyes closed in the soft glow of cabin lights. Here we meet Roxanne. She is a flight attendant, and tonight she has worked a long shift on a flight arriving from Los Angeles. Her feet ache in the way they do after hours of walking narrow aisles. Her shoulders carry the tiredness of service and responsibility. But her tiredness is calm, the kind you feel when you've done what you needed to do, and now you can let go. Roxanne moves quietly through the cabin, checking seatbelts, collecting the last small cups, speaking softly to those who are awake. She looks around at the sleeping passengers and feels something gentle inside her. A sense of wonder, because flying is still a miracle, if you let yourself think about it. A machine carrying people, 50, 60, more, across oceans and continents. People with different lives, different languages, different hopes, all together in one metal bird moving across the sky. Roxanne smiles softly. Humans can do incredible things when we work together. Inhale, exhale. The captain announces the descent. The plane begins to lower, smooth and steady. Roxanne feels the change in pressure, the shift of motion. Outside the window, the darkness grows lighter near the horizon, like the night is slowly blending into morning. Soon, the plane touches down at Charles de Gaulle. The wheels meet the runway with a gentle thump that feels like coming home. Passengers stir, lights brighten slightly. Bags are pulled from overhead compartments, and sleepy voices fill the cabin like quiet rain. Roxanne steps off the plane, breathing in the airport, air familiar, cool, and full of movement. She's tired, yes, but she's also relieved. Paris again. Her city. Outside, winter waits, and so does the soft promise of warm bread. Inhale, exhale. Meanwhile, back in the 7th arrondissement, Jean-Pierre has finished baking. Trays of croissants rest in the shop, golden and fragrant. Steam rises like a blessing. The smell drifts into the street and seems to soften the cold air. His first customer arrives, and not long after, Roxanne. She steps into the boulangerie, cheeks slightly pink from the cold, eyes heavy with fatigue. The warmth inside wraps around her immediately. The smell of butter and bread is comforting in a way words can't fully explain. Jean-Pierre greets her with a familiar smile. She buys a croissant. Not a fancy moment, just a human moment. Two night workers crossing paths at the edge of morning. Roxanne steps back outside, eating slowly as she walks home. A few minutes later, Marie-Louise stops by too, finishing her shift at the Louvre. She buys a pain au chocolat. Something sweet, something simple, something to carry her into sleep. Jean-Pierre is happy to see her. Then, near the end of Laurent's night, the taxi pulls up outside the boulangerie. Laurent steps in, rubs his hands together, and buys a baguette. Warm, crisp, familiar. He nods goodbye and heads home to his family. Inhale, exhale, the night workers begin to close their eyes. Jean-Pierre returns upstairs, greeted by his wife's warm embrace. He changes, slips into bed, and feels his body finally surrender to rest. Roxanne reaches her small room, draws the curtain, and lets the world fade. Laurent climbs under a warm duvet, hearing the quiet sounds of a sleeping home. Marie-Louise dreams already? Maybe of halls and paintings and gentle, mysterious smiles. And now, it is your turn. You don't have to hold the day anymore. You can let your mind drift away from my words. Your body knows how to sleep. Your breathing can carry you deeper. Inhale, exhale. If you notice any tingling, any heaviness, any lightness, it's okay. It's your nervous system softening, settling, switching off. You are safe. You are warm. You are allowed to rest. And as you drift, your subconscious may gently accept these affirmations. I relax more with every breath. My body becomes heavier and calmer. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful, restful sleep. I dream of beautiful places. I wake refreshed and renewed. Inhale, exhale, and now let the story fade like mist. Let sleep come the way it comes best. Quietly, naturally, gently. Inhale, exhale. Paris is settling into a deeper quiet now, like the city has pulled a warm blanket up to its chin. The snow continues to rest on ledges and rooftops, softening edges, smoothing sharp corners into gentler lines. Street lights glow with a slow patience, and the windows of apartments hold small squares of warmth, tiny worlds where someone is dreaming. And through it all, the Seine moves. A calm river, steady and unhurried, carrying reflections of bridges and lamplight as if it's collecting pieces of the city's soul. Tonight, we drift down to the river, not with urgency, not with footsteps that echo, but as if we are floating quiet, as breath close enough to feel the cool air and far enough to feel safe. You might imagine yourself standing on a bridge, one of Paris's many beautiful bridges, wrapped in a coat, hands tucked into pockets, shoulders relaxed. Or you might imagine you're simply watching from somewhere warm, a window nearby, and you can see the river in the distance. Either way, you are calm. Inhale, exhale. The river doesn't ask you to solve anything. It doesn't demand answers. It simply moves. And in that movement, there's a lesson your body already knows. You can keep going without forcing. You can move forward without pushing. You can exist without gripping so tightly. Now, imagine the Seine as a gentle conveyor of worries. Not in a dramatic way, just quietly, steadily. You notice a thought that has been hanging around, maybe something you replay, or something you carry like a small stone in your pocket. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to fix it tonight. Just imagine setting it on a small paper boat. Simple, light, harmless, and placing it on the water. The boat drifts away, and you let it go. Inhale, exhale. Another thought appears. Perhaps a reminder, perhaps a concern, perhaps a what if. You do the same. A small boat, a gentle release. The river carries it onward, around a bend, beneath a bridge, into the soft distance where you no longer need to follow it. You are allowed to put things down. For tonight, you are allowed to rest. And while the river flows, you notice how your body is responding. Your shoulders feel heavier in a comforting way. Your breathing is deeper, slower. Your face is softer, forehead smooth, jaw loose, lips resting naturally. Inhale, exhale. As you stand with the river, you hear the city in its night voice, a far-off hum, barely there, a quiet footstep, then silence again, a gentle wind moving through bare winter branches. It's peaceful, And you realize something else. Paris isn't only sleeping, it's trusting. Trusting that morning will come, trusting that the lights will return, trusting that the world will continue without panic, without pressure. You can borrow that trust just for tonight. Inhale, exhale. Now, imagine we follow the river a little further. We drift under a bridge where the stone arches curve like shelter. We glide past buildings that look softer in the snowlight. We pass a small moored boat rocking gently like it is breathing too. And in the distance, faintly, we can see the Eiffel Tower, not calling for attention, just standing, a quiet landmark in the dark, like a reassurance that some things remain steady. You feel safe. You feel sheltered. You feel the warmth of your own bed even as your mind visits this place. And slowly, we begin to move away from the river because the night continues and another gentle moment is waiting. One that belongs to the city's sounds, the sounds that lull Paris, the sounds that can lull you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now the story becomes even softer. We're not chasing scenes. We're letting them come to us like slow waves. Listen, what does Paris sound like when it's almost asleep? It is not silent. It's quieter than daytime, yes, but it still breathes. There is the faint whisper of tires on a distant street, a low, occasional engine passing through a lane with no traffic, a door closing gently somewhere far away, a soft laugh behind curtains, quickly fading, a radiator clicking as warmth moves through pipes. These are not loud sounds. They are small, and small sounds can be comforting because they remind you that life is continuing in a calm, normal way. Inhale, exhale. Imagine you are in a cozy room above the rooftops. The window is slightly fogged from warmth inside, meeting cold outside. You can hear the city like a faraway ocean present, but not demanding. The blankets are warm. The pillow supports your head perfectly. Your body knows you are safe. Now, imagine one sound becoming your anchor. Perhaps it's the gentle hush of the river. Perhaps it's the distant hum of a street lamp. Perhaps it's the soft ticking of a clock in a quiet room. Choose one and let it be steady. Inhale, exhale. As you focus on that sound, your thoughts naturally begin to settle. Not because you force them, but because your attention has a home now. A simple place to rest. That's what your breath is too. Your breath is a home. Inhale, exhale. Now we return briefly to our friends. Jean-Pierre's bakery is quieting down. The ovens have done their work. The trays are lighter now, the shelves less full. The scent of bread lingers, but it's not urgent anymore. Jean-Pierre is upstairs sleeping. His chest rises and falls. Inhale, exhale. Marie-Louise sleeps too, her mind drifting through museum halls, paintings glowing softly in dreamlight. Laurent is under his warm duvet, the city already fading from his thoughts, his last memory, a tower of light in winter air. Roxane sleeps with the calm exhaustion of a traveler who has returned home. And all across Paris, thousands of others sleep too. Some in big apartments with tall windows, some in small rooms with one lamp and one chair, some in hotel beds, visiting for the first time, some in homes they've lived in for decades. Different lives, same human need, rest. Inhale, exhale. Now, let's bring the feeling back to you. Notice your feet. If they feel heavy, let them be heavy. Notice your hands. If they feel warm, let them be warm. Notice your shoulders. If they want to melt further into the bed, let them. Now soften your eyes behind your eyelids, as if you're looking at something peaceful, as if your mind is gazing at snowlight on rooftops. Inhale, exhale. And if any thought tries to pull you, Something unfinished, something annoying, something you'll handle later. Just place it back into the distance, not rejecting it, just postponing it. You can meet it tomorrow. Tonight, you meet rest. And while the city's soft sounds continue, we drift into an even gentler place where the night becomes a kind of dream corridor. Inhale, exhale. Imagine you are walking through Paris, but it's not the Paris of crowds. It is Paris in dreamlight. The streets are quiet and wide. Snow softens every edge. The air is cool, but you are warm because you're wrapped in a coat that feels like comfort and because your body is relaxed. You walk slowly. There's no destination you must reach. You're not late. You're not being judged. You're simply moving at the pace of peace. Inhale, exhale. You pass a small cafe. Chairs are tucked in, tables wiped clean, lights low. The sign above the door glows faintly, like it's half asleep. You pass a bakery window and see a display. Golden pastries, crusty baguettes, small cakes. The scent is like a warm memory. You continue. The sidewalks crunch softly beneath your steps. You reach a bridge. You pause. Below, the Seine flows, carrying reflections like little floating lanterns. You rest your hands on the railing and breathe. Inhale, exhale. As you look down at the water, you feel something within you quiet. Not because you're trying, but because your nervous system recognizes calm. And calm is contagious. Now, in the distance, you see a soft glow. The Eiffel Tower. It is not shouting. It is simply there, steady, patient, luminous. You don't have to walk all the way to it. Just seeing it from afar is enough, because it reminds you there is beauty that doesn't require effort. There is light that doesn't require you to earn it. You can simply witness it. Inhale, exhale. As you stand on the bridge, you notice a small detail. Snowflakes, very light, drifting through the air. Not a storm, just gentle. They fall slowly, as if they have all the time in the world. You watch them for a moment. Your mind becomes quieter. Your body becomes heavier. The bed beneath you feels even more supportive. And now, imagine turning away from the bridge. You continue your walk, but the street begins to change. It becomes softer. The buildings blur slightly at the edges, like the city is dissolving into a dream. The lights become warmer. The world becomes quieter. You are entering a place where everything is made for rest. A dream corridor. Inhale, exhale. Here you see doors, gentle doors made of light. Each door represents something your mind no longer needs to hold. A worry door, a planning door, a replaying the day door, a replaying the day door. You don't have to open them, you simply pass them. And as you pass them, you feel lighter. Not excited, light. Sleepy light. Like your mind is unclenching, like your thoughts are untangling themselves. Inhale, exhale. The corridor continues. The air is warm. The light is dim. And at the end of the corridor is a quiet room filled with softness. In the center is a bed, not your bed, and yet it feels familiar, like the idea of a perfect bed. This is the bed of rest. You don't even need to lie down. Just approaching it makes you sleepier. And now, as you step closer, the room begins to fade gently. Because you are very close to sleep, we will not force it. We will not rush it. We will simply allow it. Inhale, exhale. Now the story becomes a whisper. Paris is still there, but it is far away, like a postcard on a bedside table. The bakery, the museum, the taxi, the airplane, those were gentle lanterns in the night. And now, the lanterns dim, because you don't need them anymore. Your body is doing what it was designed to do. Rest, repair, restore. Inhale, exhale. Feel how your breathing is slower now, not forced, not controlled, just naturally slower. Your heartbeat is steady. Your muscles are soft. Your mind is less interested in chasing thoughts. It's more interested in drifting. And drifting is perfect. Now, imagine a warm blanket of quiet settling over you, starting at the top of your head, moving down like gentle warmth. Your forehead relaxes. Your eyes relax. Your cheeks soften. Your tongue rests in your mouth. Your jaw releases. Your shoulders drop. Inhale. Exhale. The warmth moves down your arms. Your elbows are heavy. Your hands are calm. Your fingers loosen. The warmth moves down your chest. Your belly rises and falls with breath, safe and natural. The warmth moves into your hips, down your legs. Your knees are heavy. Your calves are soft. Your feet are warm. Inhale. Exhale. Now, you are not trying to sleep. You are allowing sleep to arrive, like a train arriving quietly at a station late at night. No rush, no announcement, just a gentle arrival. And as you drift, you may hear affirmations again. Not loud, not repeated too much, just like gentle raindrops. I am safe. I am warm. I can let go. I can rest. My body knows what to do. My mind can quiet now. Inhale, exhale. Paris sleeps. The river flows. The lights glow softly. And you are allowed to disappear into rest for a while. You don't have to be on. You don't have to carry anything. You can detach your mind from words. You can drift away. You can sleep. And if you dream, let it be gentle. Let it be slow. Let it be kind. Inhale. Exhale. Everything is good. Everything is soft. Everything is well. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. You have earned it. Inhale. Exhale. Paris is quieter now. So quiet that even the idea of noise feels far away. Imagine the rooftops, slate and stone, softened with a dusting of winter snow. Chimneys stand like gentle sentinels. Windows glow in small squares, each one holding its own story. Someone reading, someone sleeping, someone sipping a last warm drink before bed. And above the rooftops, the sky is clear. The stars are bright tonight. They don't blink for attention. They simply exist, steady and distant like calm thoughts that don't demand anything from you. Inhale, exhale. You are in your cozy room above the city. Your bed is warm. The blanket rests over you like a soft promise. The air is comfortable. The world beyond the glass feels peaceful, not threatening. You look out the window and see Paris resting. A city can feel like a living thing at night. It breathes, it settles, it lets its busy muscles unclench, and you can do the same. Let your own city relax. The streets of your thoughts, the buildings of your plans, the busy lights of your mind. Dim them gently. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine you open the window just a tiny bit, only a crack. Cold air slips in for a moment, fresh and clean, and then you close it again. That small moment of winter air feels like a reset, a clean page, a little reminder that you are alive, here, safe, and allowed to rest. Now, picture the rooftops again. Somewhere far off, a distant bell might ring, soft, muted, like a memory. Somewhere, a cat crosses a quiet courtyard. Somewhere, a street lamp flickers gently, deciding to keep shining a while longer. These are small things, Small things are soothing. Small things are what your nervous system trusts. Inhale, exhale. You begin to feel sleepy in a deeper way now. Not the surface kind, the real kind. The kind that makes your body heavy and makes your mind less interested in grabbing onto thoughts. If thoughts come, let them come. If they go, let them go. Like clouds crossing the starry sky. You don't chase clouds. You simply watch them drift. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine a soft blanket of starlight, gentle, harmless, warm in a symbolic way, settling over your room. Not bright, just enough to feel like a quiet glow. It settles on the windowsill, on the edge of the bed, on your shoulders, and you feel as if the night is caring for you, not as a person, as a presence, as a rhythm, as nature doing what it always does, turning the world toward rest. You let your body sink deeper. You let your breath slow. Inhale, exhale. Somewhere in the city, a baker's ovens are now silent. A museum guard is deep in sleep. A taxi driver dreams under a warm duvet. A flight attendant rests in her small room, curtains closed, the world finally quiet. And you are with them, part of the soft human family of sleepers. Different lives, same need. Rest. Inhale, exhale. Now, the rooftop view begins to blur. Not because anything is wrong, because you're drifting. And drifting is good. The stars become softer points of light. The city becomes a gentle haze. Your room becomes the only real thing. Your bed becomes the safest place in the world. And your breath becomes your lullaby. Inhale. Exhale. Now we return for a moment to a place of warmth. A place that smells like comfort. Jean-Pierre's Boulangerie. But this time, we don't arrive as a visitor buying bread. We arrive as a quiet presence in a memory. The bakery is still, lights dim. The ovens are dark now, resting. The countertops hold the faint trace of flour, like a soft snowfall indoors. There is a calm satisfaction in the room, a feeling that good work was done here. And that feeling is calming. Because your mind likes completion. It likes the sense of enough. Inhale, exhale. Imagine Jean-Pierre upstairs, sleeping. His wife beside him. The apartment above the shop is warm, filled with that soft scent that clings to bakers, flour, butter, toasted crust. Jean-Pierre's body is tired in the best way. The honest tiredness of someone who made something useful. He doesn't need to think now. His hands can rest. His mind can rest. And as you imagine him resting, your body learns something. It learns how to rest too. Because rest is contagious. Calm is contagious. Inhale. Exhale. Now imagine the bakery at dawn. Not a busy dawn, a gentle one. A pale light begins to appear outside. The snow reflects it. The street looks like it's waking up slowly, rubbing sleepy eyes. The first footsteps appear in the distance. A person in a scarf. Another person walking a dog. A quiet delivery truck humming far away. But inside the bakery, warmth remains constant. This is what comfort is, a constant warmth in a changing world. And you can hold that feeling in your chest, not as a thought, as a sensation. A steady, quiet okayness. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine a simple thing, a warm croissant in your hands. You can feel the delicate layers. You can smell the buttery steam. You take a small bite, and the taste is gentle and rich, not exciting, comforting. Like a soft blanket, but as a flavor. This is the kind of comfort your nervous system understands. Warm, simple, safe. And even if you're not actually eating anything, Your brain can imagine it, and imagination can soothe. Inhale, exhale. Now the bakery begins to fade again, because you don't need the details. You only need the feeling. The feeling of warmth. The feeling of enough. The feeling that you are cared for by simple human goodness. And that feeling settles into you like a warm stone in your pocket. A small, steady weight of peace. Inhale, exhale. Now we float back to the Louvre. Quiet, dim, safe. The museum is not a place of crowds tonight. It is a place of breathing space, a place where art sleeps too. Marie-Louise is asleep now, but her dreams wander through the halls she walked earlier. In her dream, the floors are softer. The lights are warmer. The paintings glow faintly, like they're lit from within. And she walks without needing to check cameras or doors. She walks like a visitor in her own private universe. Inhale, exhale. In her dream, she returns to the Mona Lisa. But it isn't behind glass. It isn't protected by barriers. It is simply there, like a gentle presence. The face is calm. The eyes are soft. The smile is not mysterious now. It is comforting, as if the painting is saying, "You can stop trying to understand everything, because you don't need to understand everything to rest. You only need to be safe enough to let go." Inhale, exhale. Marie-Louise's dream shifts. Now she walks through a hall of sculptures. Marble shapes are smooth like river stones. She runs her hand across the air near them, not touching, just feeling the space. Everything in the dream feels respectful, quiet, slow. Art does not rush you. Art does not demand. Art invites you to breathe. Inhale, exhale. And this is what you are doing now. Your mind is becoming an art gallery of calm, wide, spacious, quiet. If a thought appears, it can hang like a painting on the wall. You can look at it without panic. You can pass it without grabbing it. You can let it remain there while you move on toward rest. Inhale, exhale. Now Marie. Louise's dream becomes even softer. The museum fades into mist. The ceilings become clouds. The hallways become gentle pathways of light. And in the center of all of it, a simple idea remains. Beauty exists. Care exists. Patience exists. And because those things exist, you can rest, you can trust, you can sleep. Inhale, exhale. Now the story turns toward the final softness. We're not traveling anymore. We're returning. Returning you to your bed, returning you to the safety of your body, returning you to the place where sleep can happen naturally. Feel your blanket, feel the weight of it, not heavy in a scary way, heavy in a comforting way, like a hug you don't have to respond to. Inhale, exhale. If you feel tingling in your hands or feet, it's okay. If you feel heaviness in your chest or legs, it's okay. Your body is switching into rest mode. Your nervous system is lowering its guard. Your muscles are letting go. This is healing. This is restoration. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine one last light in Paris. Maybe it's the Eiffel Tower, blinking gently in the distance. Maybe it's a street lamp by the river. Maybe it's a tiny kitchen light in an apartment where someone is washing a cup before bed. That last light is soft. It doesn't keep you awake. It reassures you. It says, the world is safe enough. You can sleep. Inhale, exhale. Now that light dims. Not suddenly, slowly, like a candle being lowered, like eyelids closing, like the city exhaling. And as it dims, you feel your mind becoming quieter. Less words, less pictures, more softness, more drifting. Inhale, exhale. If you want, let these gentle affirmations land once, like feathers. I am safe. I am warm. I can let go. My body knows how to sleep. My mind can rest now. I wake renewed. Inhale, exhale, and now you don't need to listen to me closely. You can let my words become background. You can let them blur. You can detach your mind from language, because you are entering the place beyond words, the place of sleep, the place where your body repairs, the place where your mind rests. Inhale, exhale, Paris sleeps. The river flows. The night holds you gently, and you drift deeper and deeper into peaceful rest. Inhale, exhale. Now the night feels even quieter, as if the air itself has softened. Imagine your room becoming gentler with each breath. The corners blur slightly. The edges of things, tables, curtains, walls, lose their sharpness, not because anything is wrong, but because your brain is turning down the brightness. It's like lowering a dimmer switch. Your world becomes velvet. Inhale, exhale. Somewhere far away, Paris is still there. Quiet streets, warm windows, snow on rooftops, but it's no longer the focus. It's like a distant dream you can hold loosely in your hand. You don't need to travel anymore. You've already arrived at the place you need. Rest. Notice your breathing. It's already doing the work for you. Inhale. Exhale. Now imagine the mist again. Soft, silver mist, warm rather than cold, drifting into the room like a gentle fog on a calm river. It doesn't hide anything in a scary way. It simply softens the world. It makes your mind less interested in details. It makes your nervous system feel safe. Inhale. Exhale. If a thought arrives, don't wrestle it. Just notice it, like noticing a leaf floating on water. And then, without effort, let it drift away. You don't need to push. The river of your mind is already slowing. Inhale. Exhale. Now, imagine a small, warm light in the room, like a lantern made of kindness. Not bright, not distracting. Just enough to make you feel cared for. This lantern doesn't ask you to do anything. It doesn't judge you. It simply exists, and its presence tells your body, you can soften now. You can release now. You can sleep. Inhale. Exhale. Let your shoulders sink deeper. Let your elbows feel heavy. Let your hands rest like they've finally been set down after a long day. Let your legs settle, as if the bed is gently holding them exactly where they belong. Now, soften the muscles around your eyes. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Let your mouth rest naturally. Inhale. Exhale. You may notice that your thoughts are fewer, or you may notice they're still there but quieter. Either way is okay. You don't need your mind to be perfectly silent. You only need it to become uninterested. Sleep comes when the mind loses interest in staying awake, and your mind is beginning to lose interest now. Inhale. Exhale. Paris continues its calm routine in the background. Somewhere, a street sweeper moves slowly along a quiet lane. Somewhere, a late train glides through the outskirts. Somewhere, a cat stretches in a warm doorway. Small movements, gentle signs that life continues safely. And your body trusts that. Inhale. Exhale. Now, imagine this. The entire city of Paris is wrapped in a single soft blanket. Not a literal blanket, more like a shared feeling, a feeling of permission to rest. It covers rooftops and streets and parks and bridges. It covers the museum halls and the bakery ovens and the quiet taxis. And it reaches you wherever you are. It covers you too. Inhale, exhale. And as that blanket settles, your world grows quieter still. Words become softer. Meaning becomes less important. Your breath becomes the main story now. Inhale, exhale. And in this velvet air, sleep moves closer, slowly, kindly, like it knows you're ready. Inhale, exhale. Time feels different now, not because it has changed, but because your mind is letting go of measuring it. In the daytime, time can feel loud. Appointments, messages, lists, deadlines. But at night, time becomes gentle. Clocks learn to whisper. Inhale, exhale. Imagine a small clock somewhere in your room, ticking very softly. Or maybe you can't hear it at all. Either way, time is passing. And you don't need to control it. You don't need to chase it. Tonight, you're allowed to float. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine a hallway, quiet, warm, and dim. Along the hallway are doors, each one labeled with something the daytime mind carries. Planning, fixing, worrying, replaying, comparing, explaining. You don't have to open any of these doors. You don't even have to touch them. You simply walk past them slowly, knowing you can return tomorrow if you truly need to. But you probably won't, because many things feel urgent only when you're tired, and rest has a way of shrinking false emergencies. Inhale, exhale. As you walk past each door, it becomes less solid. It fades slightly, like mist. The hallway becomes simpler. Fewer doors, more space, more quiet. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine you reach the end of the hallway. There is one final door. This door is not labeled with a task. It is labeled with one word: sleep. You don't need to open it dramatically. You don't need to push. It opens easily, like it was waiting for you. Inside is a room filled with softness, a room that feels like the best parts of every safe place you've ever known. Warmth, stillness, comfort. Inhale, exhale. In the center of the room is a bed made of calm. Not a bed that demands you fall asleep instantly. A bed that simply invites you to rest. You can sit on it if you like. You can lie down. Or you can just stand near it and feel yourself getting sleepier. Because sleep is close now. Very close. Inhale, exhale. Now, let the room begin to dim. Not because the story ends suddenly, because your brain is turning down the lights. Your body is choosing rest. Your nervous system is choosing safety. Inhale, exhale. If your thoughts try one last time to pull you into a plan, a worry, a replay, gently thank them. Yes, thank them. Because thoughts often come from a protective place. They try to help, but they don't need to help right now. You can say quietly, not tonight, tomorrow, and then let them fade. Inhale, exhale. Time continues, but time is soft. Clocks whisper, and you drift. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine a train station at night. Not crowded, not noisy. A quiet station with warm lights and clean air. There is a train waiting. Not a train to take you somewhere you must work. Not a train to rush you. A dream train. A train whose only job is to carry you into deeper sleep. Inhale, exhale. You step onto the platform. The air is calm. There is no pressure. No one is pushing. No one is waiting impatiently behind you. You have all the time you need. You walk toward the train and the doors open softly, no dramatic sound. Inside, everything is warm and quiet. The seats are comfortable. The lights are dim. The world outside the windows is blurred like snowlight. You find a seat that feels perfect. You settle in. Inhale, exhale. The train begins to move slowly, so slowly you barely notice at first. And that is how sleep arrives, quietly, without announcement. Inhale, exhale. As the train moves, you look out the window. You might see Paris, or you might see something else. Maybe you see rooftops. Maybe you see the river. Maybe you see gentle lights passing like fireflies. Or maybe you see nothing at all, only darkness, and that darkness feels safe. Because darkness is not emptiness. Darkness is rest. Inhale, exhale. Now the train's motion becomes even smoother. The rhythm is like breathing. Forward, gently. Forward, softly. And with each gentle movement, your body becomes heavier. Your eyelids become heavier. Your thoughts become less clear, less interesting. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want. Inhale, exhale. Now imagine the train passing through quiet landscapes, snowy fields, dark trees, sleeping villages, a river that glows faintly under moonlight, a single farmhouse light far away. Everything looks peaceful. Everything feels slow. Nothing demands anything from you. Inhale, exhale. You feel your head leaning back slightly, your shoulders sinking, your hands relaxing, your legs settling into complete comfort. You don't need to hold your body up anymore. The bed will do that. The pillow will do that. Gravity will do that. Inhale, exhale. Now, let the train become more symbolic, less visual, more sensation, a gentle motion toward deeper and deeper sleep. You don't need images. You don't need words. You only need the feeling of drifting. Inhale, exhale. The dream train continues, quietly, smoothly, carrying you toward the place where you no longer need to listen, where you no longer need to think, where you simply sleep. Inhale, exhale. Now everything becomes very soft. The story is fading, like the last light of a lamp. Paris is far away now, like a gentle dream you don't need to remember. The river still flows. The rooftops still rest under snow. The lights still glow softly. But you don't need to follow any of it. Because your body is here. Safe. Warm. Resting. Inhale, exhale. Feel how the bed holds you. Feel how the blanket keeps you comfortable. Feel how your breathing moves without effort. Your body is doing something powerful now. Even though it looks like stillness, it is not empty. It is healing. It is restoring. It is rebuilding. Inhale, exhale. Now, any remaining tension can melt. If there is a small tightness in your forehead, let it smooth. If there is a small tightness in your shoulders, let it drop. If there is a small tightness in your chest, let it soften. You don't have to force it. Just allow. Inhale, exhale. And now the words can become background. They can blur. They can drift away. You don't have to understand every sentence. You don't have to listen closely. Because your subconscious already knows the message. You are safe. You can sleep. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to take in one final set of gentle affirmations, let them land like snowflakes, light and quiet. I am safe in this moment. My body relaxes completely. My mind can rest now. I let go of today. I drift into peaceful sleep. I wake renewed. Inhale. Exhale. Now, no more effort. No more holding. No more thinking. Just drifting. Paris exhales. The night exhales. And you sleep deeply. You sleep peacefully. All is well. If you enjoyed this Paris sleep journey, subscribe for more guided sleep stories every week. Choose one more video on the screen now and let the calming sounds continue, good night. My friend, sleep deeply, and I'll see you in the next story.